How you guys doing? We got Joey down here today. Joey, how you feeling today?
Better.
The sun is really shining out there, isn't it?
Well, now I've been working hard. Yesterday was tough.
Was it a tough day?
I had a rehearsal, and then I had to drive all over town in rush hour traffic. I thought I was in LA again.
So, you brought in a really cool old guitar. Tell us about this thing.
If you can read upside down.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's still hard to read. He changed his signature.
That's right. So we have a Paul Reed Smith here.
Is that what that says?
And do me a favor and flip it upside down so we can just take let's take a look at the serial number here. Look how old this thing is. So tell us the story.
Well, it's a Paul Reed Smith. It was made in '85, first year of the production models. Supposedly they made 400 of them.
0223.
223. That's serial number 223. Yeah.
So you're saying this is the 223rd one built in 1985, and that was the very first year of production of these.
Of the production models, yeah. I mean, before that, he made one-offs in his shop.
Right.
You know, you ordered them, and he'd make them, but when he started production, yes, this is one of the first ones.
And you bought this. Tell us the story about
I got it. I think in '86. I wasn't living here then. I was in Los Angeles. But yes, the guy that bought it, he bought a boogie amp also, and he was getting divorced, so he had to sell his gear. He sold the boogie pretty quick, but he couldn't sell this because nobody knew what they were. That's first year of production.
1985.
So he sold it to me. I knew what it was.
Right.
But I guess a lot of other people didn't know. And it was like brand new. It sure doesn't look like that anymore. But yeah.
No, it's been a long time, huh? So right here we had
it had a sweet switch. Little toggle sweet switch. What it did, it would approximate if you were using a real, like 100-foot guitar chord, and so the capacitance would take some of the top end off to make it sound a little, it wasn't sweet enough for me. But supposedly Paul Reed Smith made an upgrade kit for these.
Right.
Which I never saw one. I don't know what it entailed. I think I heard it had high capacitance hookup wire. I don't know what the wire was for. It had some low mass tuning pegs, I heard. But I've never seen that kit.
So you did change these tuners out at one time? Or
no,
these are the
original tuners.
Okay.
The only thing that's been changed, the rotary switch.
Okay, so
I put a strap knob on it to make it sound more like a strap.
So this is a rotary switch because you don't have like your traditional
exactly
pickup selector switch.
Yeah, you have to spin the.
So the.
You know, it's kind of
3, 4, 5. Okay.
It's a 5.
So it's a 5-way
position. Wait, it might be
switch.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 5-way.
Super cool.
And this is the newer 5-way rotary switch that had the little perf board on it. It was much easier to hook up because the old one was just this rotary switch, and it was like a nightmare to figure out where to hook it up to. But
so it doesn't have a tone knob on it then?
No, it doesn't.
Wow.
Well, I always disconnect tone knobs.
Do you?
On most of my guitars, yes. The reason for these are, let me explain. Front pickup.
Right.
The 2 inside coils, both humbuckers, the 2 outside coils, and then the back pickup. Those are the 5 positions. Now, if you look at the inside coils on both pickups, it looks, these are actual magnets. Wait,
are these the pickups that Paul Reed Smith put in this guitar?
They're
first stock, huh?
I can't pull that out. I'm pulling. Is this magnetic? It's not magnetic.
Huh.
I pulled it out for nothing. Let me push it back in. Push it real good.
There you go.
Yeah, these are actual magnets. So when you have the 2 inside coils, it sounds a little more Fendery. It's subtle, but it does. If I EQ the amp just right, it can sound like a pretty close to a Strat. Of course, that's debatable, I'm sure, but I've had guys walk up to me like, "How are you getting it to sound like a Strat?"
So you played this thing for years and years, and it has had how many refrets have you done on this?
This is the I had it refretted 2 years ago, 3 years ago. It's about 3 years ago. Dennis at Cave Creek Guitar. No, yeah, he does all my refrets. He does great work. Gets it done quick.
Hasn't this thing been? Haven't you refretted this thing like 4 or 5 times now?
It's on its 5th set of frets.
Wow.
Including the original set of frets. Yeah, I play it a lot. And no, I don't like stainless steel frets, so that ain't gonna happen. Yeah, I like. It's got a Brazilian.
What fret wire do you end up putting in them then?
Dunlop. What is it? 6105s.
Okay.
I think that's what they are.
Okay.
It's a popular fret wire. They're kind of tall, but they're not like real wide. They're kind of, yeah, they're just tall and narrow, sort of.
That's what's popular nowadays.
Yeah. They're like a lot of big time players like to use those for Robin Ford, for example. I mean, they're not like. See, when they get really wide, it's good for bending and stuff. But if you're gonna play like rhythm, and they play more in tune because they're more narrow. Like
I gotcha.
Like old Fender frets. I remember I put a '57 Fender neck on one of my guitars, and I couldn't believe how well it played. It just played in tune. Like
what happened here?
It's hard to bend. Smashed it up.
Did you?
Yeah.
Got a little overexcited.
It was an accident.
Oh wow.
Word to the wise: locking straps do not work. None of them. This is the only thing that works. As you noticed, big Fender washer. Not affiliated with Fender Musical Instruments. Big Fender washer. The screw's probably about that long. It's the Billy Sheehan.
Bolt that right in there.
What?
Just, yeah, screw it in hard. There you go.
Yeah, it's way in there.
That's what works for you.
Yeah, that's what works. Leather strap, hopefully one piece. And it's, see, I got these little pockets in there. And the reason man, I wish I could find these straps because, so I put my wireless unit in.
Oh, wow.
And then I tape it down and I do tricks that I learned from, I won't mention his name, but yeah, it's yeah, I wish they would make these straps again with the pockets. I used to think these pockets were for picks, which you can't. Oh, I need a pick. Oh man, I can't get it out. But it's I think it's for the wireless unit. They got them on both ends. Now, should I play it?
Let's do it. Great idea, my friend.
Maybe I should tune it.
There you go. Let's tune it.
Let's
we'll play it because everybody wants to hear this old girl.
Talking about this beat up old Paul Reed Smith. This was called, back then in the day, it was called a PRS guitar. It was only later that they renamed it the Standard. But at first it wasn't called the Standard. It was the PRS guitar. And then the other model that they made was called the PRS Custom. That had the maple flame top. There were 400 guitars made the first year in 1985. This is number 223, like we discussed before. So it's one of the first production models. 24 frets. So if it's 24 frets, then the front pickup's in a different place than normal. This is why you can play harmonics on the front pickup that you can't do on other guitars. Try that on your Strat or your Tully or your Les Paul. Let's play Yankee Doodle Dandy. Anyway, so the other thing that's interesting about this guitar is the wang bar. it stays in tune pretty good. You know, has locking keys. These are the original Shaler's with the lever kind of thing. They work pretty well. There's newer ones out that got they're pretty expensive. The third version, third generation ones, yeah, they're not cheap. I'm sure they're really good, but yeah, I never changed the tuning keys. The switch I've changed. It's the newer rotary. It has a perf board on it, so it's easier to wire up because it's labeled. The old style rotary switch that came with it was a bit complicated. You had to look at a schematic, and that didn't get you very far. I had to take it to a shop, and like, I can't figure this thing out. This is the rhythm pickup. Oh, I knocked it out of tune. Wang on the bell. Where's that snark? These are old strings. They're not the original strings, but close to it. Anyway, this is the rhythm pickup, the front pickup, all the way back. All right, we're back again. Before we were. You know, it's good for. The next position is the two inside coils. Now, this is what makes these pickups a little different. The two inside coils, they're not slugs, they're actual magnets. So it sounds a little more Fendery. So let me demonstrate. Actually, if I compare it to the next position, which is two humbuckers, compared to the Strat setting, I don't know if you can hear the difference, but there is a little difference. It's a little subtle. It's not going to sound like a Strat, but it's a little closer. Okay, so then the middle position is your typical two humbucker. Now the next position is the two outer coils. I don't use that setting that much. That's not much different than the. Oh, it's a little quieter. It's subtle. But they're all humbucker. Each position is in the humbucking mode, so there's no noise, which is good. You don't want noise. And then the back pickup, it's not the best rock. It's called treble, vintage treble, and the front was vintage bass, so it's pretty bright. Now, the wang bar. It's kind of loud. Hey, how do you turn this up? Wait, don't tell me. One thing I like about this guitar, it stays in tune pretty. It goes out a little bit, but I can control it. Usually the G string will go sharp, so I'll just yank it. locking, well, locking keys, but I don't have to deal with a Floyd Rose. I can change strings real quick thanks to locking keys, and no Allen wrenches to lose. I'm still finding Allen wrenches in my couch and stuff, but yeah, I played this guitar a lot. It's on its 5th set of frets. That's how much I use it. It's a little beat up. I think I whacked a few people in the head with it before, but it works. You know, I've had it a long time. I got it 86, bought it used off a guy. He couldn't sell it because nobody knew what it was. They had just come out, but I happened to have some bucks and I bought it and never regretted it.
Thanks, Joey, for bringing that thing in, man.
Thanks. See you later. Come on down to ZIMM'S Guitars in Mesa.